Welcome back to my podcast, Fashion Canes. This is season 14. I'm your host, Alicia. Okay. Today we will be talking about why synesthesia is important and why I wish I would have known that I had it sooner. Okay, so generally speaking, most people who are synesthetes find out that they're synesthetes somewhere between the age of 26 and 56. Synesthesia is important because it gives us better understanding into the different ways that the brain works and processes sensory information. Okay, I wish that I would have known about my synesthesia earlier. I found out I was a synesthete when I was 26. Okay. What happened? I'm sorry. I thought my phone just stopped recording for a minute. Sorry about that, Abby.
You're good.
Abby's in the room with me.
No worries.
Yeah, like I honestly thought that it just stopped. Like I heard a little gloop noise and I was like, wait, did it stop? Okay. Okay, I wish I would have known about my synesthesia earlier because I stopped seeing color when I was 13, and I started to see a little bit of color again whenever I was 18. So there's about a 5-year gap when I saw no colors through my eye. Y'all know I have a little bit of monocular vision, so during that 5-year space, I still saw contrast, I still saw bling, I could still see objects, although there was no recognition. There still is no recognition. Okay, so now I can see colors sometimes. But even when I do see the colors, I still don't recognize the objects, even though I'm seeing the objects. Today I'm wearing my silver Jingle Bell hair snap. It's a snap style clip, and it's got silver jingle bells on it. Okay, yes, it is Thursday, August 27th, 2026. If y'all want to watch the podcast episode on why I'm wearing jingle bells in August, then please watch it before you watch this one. That would explain why I'm wearing jingle bells in August. So that you wouldn't think that, oh, well, that's just quirky, or why are you wearing jingle bells in August? Ain't they for Christmas time? Okay, yeah, technically speaking, they are. However, I wanted to wear my Jingle Bell hair snaps during the last few days that this gym will be open because it will soon close. Okay, back to the topic. If I would have known that I had my synesthesia earlier, I don't know for sure that it would have made the vision loss easier. I mean, honestly, vision loss is never easy for anyone. However, at least it would have given me another outlet to be aware that my visual cortex was still able to perceive color before I started to see color with my eye again when I was 18 in 12th grade. Okay, now, synesthesia, people have color forms of synesthesia like I do, like I have smell color and I have sound color synesthesia. There are other color forms of synesthesia that I do not have. Okay, the types of synesthesia that deal with color that I specifically have is sound color and smell color. I also have tactile touch synesthesia. However, that one is not really the kind of synesthesia that I will be talking about in this podcast episode, because I'm going to focus on smell color and sound color synesthesia. And along with that, I also have lexical visual synesthesia, which I'm not going to get into in this podcast episode. Okay, so whenever I smell things, for example, the smell of coffee is dark brown. The smell of hot chocolate is dark brown. The smell of apple pie is light brown, but the smell of apples is bright red. I have different colors that I associate with different body mist and perfumes. This past Sunday, I wore my strawberry cheesecake body mist to church. The only time I allow myself to wear a body mist to church is whenever we only have church in the morning. And that's what happened this past Sunday, because we ate tacos at the church. Because there was tacos that were being served at the church. Okay. So anyway, the only reason I allow myself to wear body mist to church during that time, like whenever we eat at the church for lunch, is because it's got less fragrant oils than a perfume. So anyone who likes perfume and body mist, you know that a body mist is not made to last all day, because a perfume has more fragrant oils, so therefore they last longer. Okay, so whenever I hear sounds, for me it's not all sounds, for me it's not all smells, but it's most smells and most colors. I mean, for me it's most smells and most sounds that have a color associated with it. So whenever I hear a door close, the sound of a door closing is light brown. Whenever I hear a guitar, depending on what kind of guitar, it's different shades of pink. So an electric guitar is light pink. A soft, slow, relaxing guitar it's like a faded pink. Which I like the sound, but I don't like the color, because it reminds me of whenever I was losing the ability to see colors and whenever they were coming back. Honestly, it just reminds me of that time. When I hear drums, the color I associate with them is blue. They could be like dark blue or light blue, depending on the drum beat, depending on the kind of drum it is. The sound of cymbals it's like a bronze color. So if I would have already known about this before I had stopped seeing colors and before I got the ability to see colors again, or at least part of the time, then at least that knowledge would have kept me company to know that my brain was still able to perceive colors, even though it wasn't the color of the actual object, but it was a color that my brain associates with the sound of musical instruments, voices, environmental sounds, smells. Honestly, I truly wish that I would have known about synesthesia when I was a little girl. Maybe it would have saved me some heartbreak during them years of not being able to see color, because that was truly horrible. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was just awful. So that's why I wished I would have known about my synesthesia earlier. Abby, is there anything you want to add to this?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to comment on this?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. Thank you for watching this podcast episode.